Hey everyone, Chef Kelly here. Welcome back to Cooking Tips with Kelly. Today we're talking about lean proteins, and I bet for most of you out there, your go-to lean protein is chicken. Chicken breast, chicken cutlets, whatever. So today we're going to talk about how to cook the proper chicken breast. A couple things you need to have in your kitchen when you're cooking most proteins, but especially chicken breast, is a thermometer. These are really easy to find. They're as cheap as $4 or $40. They're digital, they're old-fashioned just like this. But especially when you're cooking chicken breast, you really want to have one of these on hand. A couple good sharp knives, a citrus squeezer because citrus and herbs are your friend, and of course some tongs because we don't want to get our little chicken fingers all over everything. So let's get started. This is just a simple chicken breast we're doing today. I have a nice pan getting nice and warm here. We're going to take our cooking spray. You can use canola oil or any heat-resistant oil. Olive oil is not really good for cooking chicken in because it has a low burn temperature. And then we're going to just salt and pepper our chicken. This is very simple. Salt and pepper on both sides. I like to use kosher salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Just tastes better all around. It's better for you too. Okay, and now that our pan is nice and hot, we're going to take our chicken breast. This is about 4 ounces, which is what the Diet-Free Life book suggests. We're going to put it in our non-stick skillet, the one that has our high flame-resistant oil in it. And we're just going to let it sit there. We're not going to cover it right now. We're just going to let it sit there, get nice and cozy, and get a nice brown glaze on one of the sides. This usually takes 3 to 4 minutes for a 4 to 5 ounce chicken breast. Now, most of you think that you have to cook your chicken till it's almost dry as a bone, just so that you can get it cooked all the way through. That's a little bit of a misnomer, and I'm going to teach you a couple tips today so you can keep your chicken cooked to the proper temperature, but still keep it nice and tender and juicy. Okay, we've gone about 3 minutes on one side. We're going to flip it over gently. You can see it has a nice, beautiful golden brown crust on there. That's exactly what we want because that's going to sear in all the beautiful juices and flavor. We're going to let it go for a few more minutes. And if you can see on this camera, you can tell how it's starting to cook from the top down into the middle. The fattest point of this chicken breast is the point that you want to reach a temperature, an internal temperature of 165 degrees. That's going to ensure that your chicken is completely cooked all the way through and reduce any foodborne illness. And when you've got that nice golden sear on both sides, you just turn down your heat a little bit. You pour in some chicken broth. It's going to sizzle. That's what you want. And you're going to put the lid on. And that's just going to steam the chicken the rest of the way through so that you can cook it all the way through up to temperature without it being dry and sawdusty. And this is your cue to get your finishing touches ready. 2 things that are your friend, citrus and herbs. Today, I'm deciding to go with a simple basil, parsley, and lemon herb. Now listen, you know, parsley and cilantro, they look a lot alike. But if you were going to use cilantro in this dish, I would consider using lime instead of lemon because those two pair very well together. You just take your fresh herbs, give it a nice chop. Put that to the side. Cut your lemon in half. I've talked to you guys about this before. This lemon squeezer is your best friend. You'll thank me for it or else you'll have seeds all over your food. So here's where we have to test the internal temperature of our chicken. This is my trusty thermometer. You want to stick it into the fattest part of the breast. What you want it to do is read 160 or higher. The proper cooking temperature for chicken is 165. However, if you take it off at 160, by the time you let it sit on your plate, you put your sides on, you take it over to the table, it's going to carry over cook, and it's going to have that 165 internal temperature and still remain juicy and tender. And we are there, folks. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take my trusty lemon squeezer, put a squeeze of lemon over there, dust it with some herbs, turn off my flame, grab my trusty plate here, and do not be afraid to pour any of those beautiful juices back down over the chicken. That's like an easy pan gravy. And here you have it, a beautiful pan-seared citrus and herb chicken that you can pair with any of your fat-burning sides to create your fat-burning meal. Thanks for coming in, and check back with me for more cooking tips with Kelly.